What happened in 2022 in our real estate market in Sarasota and Manatee Counties? Well, don't go away. We're going to fill you in. Plus, we're going to give them an update on what happened microcosmically in December. Is that a right word?
I like microcosmically. I like anything cosmically.
We'll be right back. Please subscribe.
And like.
And leave us a comment. We'll answer. So Judy, if you could describe the real estate market in our two counties with one word for 2022, what would that word be?
I would probably say shift or change, and it kind of continued all year.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
We had 2 years.
Yeah, and
2 years hot.
hot. Yep, and it started out hot, and then our lack of inventory kind of caught up to us and slowed things down. So the rising interest rates, rising inflation, and lack of inventory of homes to sell kind of had an effect on the number of volume of home sales.
Total sales.
But the values continue to increase. They may not have been on the skyrocketing thing, but they are still eking up.
Prices did not decrease, and that's generally what people think is happening.
Yeah, I'm going to wait till prices go down.
Right. So
I'm going to wait till I'm 5 foot tall.
okay. Well, despite these record high sale prices, the dollar volume in 2022 decreased due to all of the factors that you mentioned.
Yep.
So how was inventory overall?
Inventory overall. We're still in the seller's market. There's still not enough homes for people who want them. Listings are hanging out a little longer.
Right.
Maybe still less than a month though, like 23 to 27 days. And if a home's a month, don't think there's anything wrong with it. The right match hasn't come along.
Right.
But in 23 days in Sarasota, I think was the average, and 27 in Manatee. And in December of 2021, to give you a comparison, it was time to contract was 7 days. So once a listing got in MLS, once a realtor put it live, it was taking about a week to be under contract. And that's eked up to 23 to 27 days, but things are still moving and there's still competition.
But we don't have the frenzy.
Right.
We're still seeing some situations with multiple offers, but not nearly as much.
Yes. I had a seller lose 3 this week, actually in Sarasota County, down south, Venice and Northport. We'd put a bid in, we wouldn't get it. We'd put another bid in, we wouldn't get it. And they were bidding at or over asking price on all of those homes.
Well, I guess it really depends on the price range of that home.
Right, and this was like the 3 to 350s.
Right.
So those homes are still hopping.
Right. So what we saw in the last month of 2022, let's talk about December now. That was the overall look of 2022. In December, which is generally historically a slower month because of all the holidays and so forth.
Yep.
But the combined closed sales of all property types in both counties decreased year over year by a lot, by 34%.
Right. And that's mostly resales. New sales aren't always in these numbers. Sometimes they are.
Right.
Yep. Yeah, 34% decrease in resales though.
Right.
Yes.
So we saw, once again, a decrease in the number of sales, but not a decrease in the prices. So this trend continues. And why do you think that is? Demand.
Yep.
Our area is in such demand that we kind of lag behind most trends in the U.S. and some trends never make it to our area.
I was just gonna say a lot of trends avoid Florida, just like like the weather.
So
we're our own little country down here.
This is what we're talking about when you see this drop in. We're looking at these numbers to kind of break them down for you. So when we're talking about prices, we look at median prices, and the median price in a single family home in Sarasota was $505,500. And in Manatee,
$507,000. I don't know why this is so hard. But there was an increase
yes,
in
yeah,
values.
right.
So 10% in Manatee.
And 16% in Sarasota.
Yep.
So,
And condos, we don't talk enough about condos.
well, condos, what we saw happening in Sarasota County is that the prices, the median price increased 8.3% to $390,000.
And in Manatee County, the increase was 13.7% to $344,475, $100,000 median Manatee County.
Try and say that again real fast.
A little over $344,000.
Okay.
So, the month supply for inventory in December was 3 months supply for single family homes in Manatee County. And that is a 400% increase of the largest year-over-year increase this year. So what that meant was we finally had some homes to sell, and the 3 month supply means if everybody who wanted to buy a house bought a house, we would run out of houses to sell in 3 months.
Right.
We were at like 2 weeks at one point
Right,
in
yeah.
2021.
It was hard to even count.
Yeah, and people were putting bids on houses without seeing them. They were
Right.
just, anything. Yeah, it's crazy.
Things have calmed down. In
Yeah.
Sarasota County, there was a 2.5 month supply for single family homes, which was a 316% increase. And all these numbers kind of run together,
Yes.
but just know that the inventory for condos as well
Yeah.
has increased.
Yeah. Manatee, it increased to 2.7 month supply,
Right.
over
Okay.
400%.
It's just
Crazy.
a little less frenzied. It's a lot less frenzied. I have a customer that called yesterday, and she was down here last spring, and she said, I could not believe how crazy people were. She goes, people were bidding on lots. I said, I know.
They were bidding more than double the price of the lot. So if
Right.
the lot was $50,000, they were bidding $125,000. on lots.
So she said, see y'all.
Yeah.
I'll
It was
be
crazy.
back
Yeah.
later, and indeed, she
Yeah.
is back. So if you decide to venture into the resale market or
New construction.
new construction,
In Sarasota or Manatee County, know that we are agents with a hyper local focus on the market, and we can both help you in either, but we do have our strengths where we live, and we'll help you how to understand how to approach the market with your needs in mind. We really get to know your needs. We had someone email us the other day and say, hey, send us some information. I'm like, well, we don't know what you need. So we had a really great conversation, and now we know what she's looking for.
yeah,
So,
right. It's a process, folks.
It's a process. I would say one more thing I'm seeing too is people who are kind of thinking about selling their house and then didn't because they thought later in 2022 that it wasn't a good time to sell are now actually re-entering the market with sells.
Yes.
Especially people with second homes.
Yes.
So we're seeing a little bit more of that activity too. Well, I've been thinking about it. I've been holding on. Whatever. So we're seeing a little bit more of that. People are dipping their toe in the water that thought they missed their opportunity.
Right.
And those houses are now becoming to the market.
And so many people took advantage of that opportunity. And I have one couple that sold their villa, got a great price for it. Now it's taken them a full year to find another villa that they
Yes.
wanted to move
Yes.
back into that they could afford because the prices didn't go down like they expected.
Exactly.
They're continuing to go up.
Yep, have known my neighbors. Yep.
Reach out, folks. We're here to help, and we'll do our best to find you your place in the sun.